So I wanted to make this video as a quick video response to Apocalypse video on lag compensation. Now, Apocalypse is a YouTuber that I have been watching for quite a while, even though I haven't been playing much Call of Duty over the last 2 years, especially not really on my channel, and Call of Duty is never really featured on my channel. I'm still a huge fan of the series apart from the last 2 games, but definitely all the Black Ops games I'm a huge fan of. And I've been watching him with you know, great interest over the last while because he makes some fantastic content, especially, you know, his views on the community and his views on YouTubers and YouTube and things like that. I really enjoy his commentary. But he put up a video recently, and I've intended to do this video a lot sooner, but I haven't had a chance until now. But he put up a video about lag compensation in Black Ops at the moment, and I have to say I totally agree with him. Now, I think that this may have been patched. I'm not 100% sure. I know there was a patch that came out last night, I think, a small little hotfix. I remember downloading it. And since then, my network connection has seemed to be an awful lot smoother. But there are still times where he describes, you know, shoot first and then you suffer, or, you know, turn a corner and, you know, someone kills you instead of you killing them when you totally should have killed them. Hit markers, and especially the lag compensation where someone is lagging so bad that it actually works to their advantage. Unfortunately, I don't have any gameplay captured to show this, but I definitely have experienced this before, and it is incredibly frustrating. I can tell that, you know, from his gameplay he was very frustrated as well. And it is something that it needs to be stamped out in Call of Duty. And he made a seriously good point that, you know, we're in 2015 now, we're almost in 2016. Games are really advanced at this stage. I think it's about time that we had dedicated servers for Call of Duty. I don't see why not. I think the only thing that's holding the companies that make the games, both the Black Ops and the other series, is that it's the cost of setting up dedicated servers, you know. But it should be factored in, because at this point I can't see, it's a no-brainer, like, do you know what I mean? Having to rely on players to host the game for everyone else to connect to. First of all, it gives that player an advantage, and second of all, you know, you could be connected to a host that could be in the US, or connected to a host that, you know, might be quite a good distance away from you geographically, and that's not something that's, it's not ideal, you know what I mean? Especially when you have the host advantage. It's always been a thing in Call of Duty. I remember, I think it was it Fist, or was it Only Use My Blade? I think it was Only Use My Blade. He used to say he had a secret perk called Host Pro. But it's totally true, you know, it's totally true. I think for dedicated servers, it levels the playing field a good bit, and it means that everyone connects to the same server, and you can pick the server that you want to connect to, which, you know, it should be a thing. I don't see why there's an issue with, you know, if I want to play on a certain map, that, you know, I can connect to this server and just play on that map. I can look for that specific map. Now, me coming from the Battlefield community, and like mainly I played Battlefield over the last while, we've had dedicated servers for the last while in our game, and it works an absolute treat. I can go into the server browser and I can look for a particular server for a particular game mode for a particular map that I want to play on, and I can just play that. And the beauty of it as well is you can have custom servers, and you can make your own rules on the server, which may not be ideal for Black Ops or Call of Duty. Maybe not, but you never know what could come out, what the community could come out with if they were to have the server and host tools in their hands. I think we could see some really fun game modes and some really interesting things come out of having dedicated servers. But I really have to stress that Apocalypse made such a valid point that, first and foremost, they need to sort the network connectivity out. They need to, as far as I know, the patch has changed things a little bit and it's made things a bit better, but I am still experiencing some of this lag compensation and getting hit markers, like, you know, 5 or 6 hit markers on one person, and then like shooting at a person and like a split second later in a completely different part of where I'm shooting. They either like go to the left or go to the right, or lag out, and they stop moving for a second, and that throws me off. So it's something that needs to be done. As far as I can see, I mean, the lag compensation in this game is probably the worst that I've ever encountered. I seen it in Black Ops 2 and it was quite bad, but they did a good job of fixing that. and the game was thoroughly enjoyable. But just for me, lag compensation just needs to be eradicated. And the way that you eradicate lag compensation is you just make dedicated servers. So then at least if you have a dedicated server, you can check the ping of the server that you're trying to connect to, and you're going to know if you're going to have a good connection or not. It makes sense. It makes total sense. But that's just my 2 cents on the topic. You know, I really wanted to just make a video reply to Apocalypse video and just put in my thoughts. But again, I just want to stress that he does really make a very valid point, and I know he's someone who's been playing Call of Duty for quite some time, so he does know what he's talking about as well, and he has experienced a lot of what he's talking about as well. So thumbs up to Apocalypse for making that video. I really appreciate it, and this is all I have to say on the matter. Get rid of lag compensation, get dedicated servers. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. My name is BucklingOne. I'll see you in my next video.
It's not one yet.